Live from the studios of First Coast News, Jordan Wilkerson and David Benfield. This is First Coast Living.
Hello and welcome to First Coast Living. I'm Jordan Wilkerson.
And I'm David Benfield. Thank you for joining us on Friday Eve.
Okay, you made me excited for a second. Every time you say that, I'm like, Friday? Oh, wait, Friday Eve.
No, we're not quite there.
That's okay. I'm so excited for today.
But you don't want to rush through today, though.
No, exactly. Today's a good day. Today's a good show. All of our
day.
shows are fun.
Yes, but today is a special one.
You can see where we're starting.
Yeah. So let's just go.
Let's just get into it. All right, so who's ready for the weekend? Clearly, we are.
Yeah.
I'm going to have a full list of all the fun things that you can do right here in your Window to the Weekend event guide.
Plus, who's looking for a good spot for a cold one? Well, we'll take you to Ted's Montana Grill and to check out their happy hour.
Ooh, and it does not, what do you say? Suck
it doesn't
one bet?
suck.
But first,
come on.
It's time for Say What? And who's looking for love? We'll move over Paris and all those other places lovebirds like to go to. According to the New York Post, Jacksonville, Duval has officially claimed the number 5 spot on the list of most romantic cities in the US of A.
What?
Yeah, that's a say what. For sure.
Huh?
I know. I was like, wait, seriously?
Okay, hold on. I absolutely love Jacksonville. I'm Duval till I die, right? Like that's for real. And but I feel like we're more of like a outdoor activity kind of place, right?
Right, with the beach and stuff.
Yeah, the whole. I mean, I don't know. Yeah.
I want to know what they mean exactly, though. Like, are they like we were kind of talking about it? Like, are they lumping us in with St. Augustine, the beaches, like just
Island
the whole?
Because if you do that, like then
makes a little more sense, I guess.
We destroy.
Right. You know who might be part of this?
This is a perfect segue.
Yeah.
I think the reason why we are one of the most sort of romantic cities in the United States is because we are home to Bella Vista.
Come on in, guys.
Yes. We got our special friends from Bella Vista back again. Hello, Paolo Giovanni.
So good to see you guys again.
Thank you for having me. Switch sides with me.
Yeah, we always love when you guys are on the show.
Yeah.
And you've got some really cool things coming up right now. We've got new merch. Tell us about it.
That's correct.
Check it out.
How fun is this?
This is so great. I love this one.
It's Jacksonville first cheese wheel. Like we were like one in the area to bring like the first cheese wheel. And then everybody gets confused. Our cheese wheel, which is our cacio e pepe for the Alfredo sauce, which is not an Alfredo sauce.
Well, last time you came here and did it, you were like, it's not Alfredo.
Exactly.
Not Alfredo.
And the best, like we got the spritz season, which
so
like
cute.
we're gonna pair it with our spritz tower. So the spritz flight like has 3 different spritz: Yugo spritz, Aperol spritz, and Limoncello spritz.
Okay.
So like we're gonna have like a very good deal going on. Like if like they buy that shirt, the spritz shirt, this one like first of all we sell it like for only $20 at the restaurant.
Wow.
But if they buy both location, Jackson Beach and Fruit Cove. But if they buy the shirt and they wear it in the restaurant, we'll drop another $5 and we give it for a sale for $15.
Okay, so buy it and wear it.
That's like only if they wear it. Now if they just buy and keep it in the closet, they're gonna wear it while they're in the restaurant.
Okay, good to know.
to
But
get
that's
the deal.
awesome.
Yeah, and please guys, like go ahead and start trying like our spritz.
Okay.
Oh.
Right on the edge there. Okay, wonderful.
If you guys
Thank
need more
you.
straws,
Thank you very much.
Okay, so talk us through. Where should we start? Does it matter?
All right, so like I will start with the Yugo spritz, which is
one's
one with
that?
the mint
This
inside.
one. Okay, we already got 2 straws there. So here you
So
go.
yeah, like
I love how you do the
Yugo
straws too.
spritz, like it's a very first of all, the Yugo spritz is like one of the hottest spritz like in this season, like this summer. Like a couple summers ago was the Limoncello one, but this year it's the Yugo spritz. Everybody's loving it. We're selling so many.
So what goes into this one? Because I don't think
So it's a
elderflower liquor.
Elderflower liquor.
Yeah, so like Saint Germain.
Prosecco and
Okay.
club soda.
Yep, correct. With
Very
Prosecco
good.
and club soda.
Wow, that's
And right after we got the Aperol spritz, the orange
We'll
one.
keep going.
Yeah.
The original, that's the original.
That's
I'll
like
just use my same.
There you go.
Yeah, that's the original
for it.
spritz, which was like the Aperol spritz. But like can be made like different spritz as well,
so
like
good.
Campari spritz. Like you can make like a lot of different spritz.
And Campari is one of those things that's so herbal, right? Like if you just have Campari on your own, like it can make a throat tickle kind of situation. No, really,
Yeah.
seriously. But like because of how herbal and stuff it is. But if you put it in a spritz like this situation, it cuts it out and it makes it so smooth and delicious, right?
Or
Yeah,
even
'cause
better,
sometimes it's
to
too bitter.
make it even smoother, you do a nice Negroni with it.
Yeah.
Twist his arm.
You gotta be real into it for that, man. Those are
And
serious.
that's our limoncello spritz.
Okay, let's go
Oh,
for
yeah, I'm
it.
not afraid. Let's
Stir
try
that
it.
up a little.
Heidi, what do you think?
Oh, and they're so light and refreshing, which is so nice.
wow,
They're not
You
overly
can drink
sweet.
a lot of them.
Well, that's the problem.
And don't feel it. In Italy, you just say, ci vediamo per uno spritz. Not like, let's go out for a drink. It's let's go out for a spritz. Spritz is something that get together, the community.
Yeah, teach us more about it.
Spend hours.
So
you can do lunch, like, you can do aperitivo, you can do after dinner. Aperitivo is the most popular one that you spend time, you pick on something before dinner, but then after dinner you can have it, anytime. So it's something that you can drink a lot because it's light, because the soda water, the Prosecco is not very high in volume as liquor, alcohol.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah, but like that's what they do like a lot of time. Like they call it like aperitivo. Like you were in Naples like for a while, so you know that like like they call it aperitivo. Like people going out for a bar right before the meal, either lunch or dinner. Like Sunday, like they do a lot of before lunch as well.
They're everywhere too.
On a work days, like in a school night, like they won't like go for a lunch for a spritz, but like before dinner, like they all go and like have like a spritz. And usually the bar, because that's who serve in Italy, the bar, the cafe there, they give you like a little like taralli, a little like peanuts, like pecan, like so it's a little like
Yeah, grab one, David.
Salty, very, very salty, so you drink more.
Here's your straw.
that's
Oh, you get that too.
Yeah, the Aperol spritz. I think the Aperol, the traditional,
is classic, right?
Yeah, it's probably my favorite. Then I'd have to go with the elderflower.
Yeah, that was nice too. Let me go back one more time.
They're all
for that.
fantastic. I mean, they're very delicate, right?
Yeah, and I like that they're not overly sweet. Yeah, exactly. Nice and crisp and light and refreshing.
You need
Perfect
a dry
for this time of
prosecco,
year.
like a really good dry prosecco, like to balance it off, like the sweetness from like the Aperol, the limoncello,
It's delicious, man.
Well, thank you so much for that.
Seriously, it's not heavy. It doesn't hit real hard,
No,
right?
it's
Like,
so
like
good.
sometimes
It's
you take like a big
dangerous,
beer or something like that, which I love. It just hits very differently. That's delicious, man. All right, so when we check back in with you guys, we're gonna eat, right?
Yes.
I cannot wait.
Let's go.
All right, well, I'm going to head over here, guys. Thank you so much for that. That was delicious.
See you later.
Ciao.
And then ciao. Yes, ciao. Well, y'all, The Hunchback of Notre Dame is coming to the Greenlight Theater stage. So let's welcome Chris, Terry, and Caroline. Great to see you guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Okay, so I think most of us know this story, but there are probably some folks out there who do not. So tell us the story of The Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's loosely or kind of based off of the movie, but it follows Quasimodo, played by Terry, who lives in the bell tower, the cathedral bell tower in Notre Dame.
Yes.
He meets Esmeralda and some other characters throughout the story that challenges him, and he longs to explore the world outside of those walls.
Right.
But ultimately, the story is about compassion, acceptance, and really finding the humanity in everyone.
Right, I love that. So what should audiences expect, and what do you hope they take away from the show?
Yeah, so they should expect the full spectacle of the show. They come, see the spectacle, stay for the story, and then, like I say, they leave. I hope they leave reminded that everyone deserves a voice in the world.
Yes, it is a really nice story. I mean, there's sad moments, of course, because you feel bad for Quasimodo, but then it's always like a happy ending, right? It's always a good ending, or at least we hope so. But we know for this one, yes, for sure.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about your character. You're doing Esmeralda, right?
Yes, yeah. So I really think what really stands out to me about Esmeralda is throughout the story she has this theme of like she is searching for this better world and this kinder world. And even in the darkest moments of her life, she never loses that hope that that world is possible.
Right.
And I just think what a beautiful message for all of us that, even in the darkest moments, we can be that light.
Yeah, we can always like take something away, when we see something or hear something like this and take it away into our own lives. Absolutely. And kind of transfer that energy, which I think is really cool. Tell us a little bit about playing Quasimodo.
So Quasimodo's a hunchback, hence the name.
Yes. How are you like bent over when you're doing it?
Yes, it hurts. My back is killing me.
Oh, gosh.
But Quasimodo's been secluded his whole life, and he just wants a chance at a normal life. There's a lot of parallels between Quasimodo and Esmeralda.
Right.
The things they want. I will say the music is beautiful.
Yeah.
The singing is probably my favorite part. It's hard singing.
Yeah.
But that's probably my favorite thing to do in it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, ask what your favorite parts are then. Okay, so you really love the songs in this.
Yes.
What do you love about this show?
The character development is really special to me, just seeing how each of these characters go through such a wide arc of development. And so getting to see that, it's a very emotionally deep show, which I think is really special.
I can imagine that, yeah. So I bet, is it tough then to do a show like that versus some of the other things that you've done at Greenlight?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Challenging in a good way though, right?
Yes.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Because it kind of gives you a different range then of your acting, I don't know,
Absolutely.
repertoire or whatever. I don't know the right phrase to say, but and then tell everyone, Chris, too, where you guys are located now.
Yeah, so we're now located at off of Phillips Highway, 8021 Phillips Highway, Suite 10. We have our own space, which is incredible.
Yes, congrats on that.
It's a big cast. We have a cast of 35.
Wow.
Powerhouses, singing down. And then we also have a live band, which we're super excited about.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah. So we have,
and then, so tell us how long this is going to be in production. How long can
so we
folks
open
watch?
next Friday, and we run for 2 weekends. So August 14th through the 23rd, Friday through Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then how's the costuming? I bet that's fun.
Yeah, it's super. We're kind of taking like a more minimalist approach, but it's very like minimalist meets bohemian renaissance.
Oh,
yeah.
fun.
So we're still having like the glitz and glam for Esmeralda, but like a little more like neutral and grounded and earthy tones for everyone else.
Right.
Yeah.
So then how do we, you probably don't want to give it away though, but the back situation.
You'll have to see the show.
Yeah. Okay. I'm so curious about like, it's funny because I was helping her with her microphone and a lot of times we'll put it back here and I make the joke like, oh, I look like a hunchback when it's back there, So I'm curious, what you use back there. That'll be very interesting. All right, well tell folks how they can get their tickets.
Yeah, you can get tickets on our website, greenlighttheaterco.com/JacksOnStage.
All right, awesome. It's going to be a great production. I mean, what a great classic story. I know it can be a little sad at times, I'm sure, but it's going to be so uplifting, especially at the end, I bet, and with the musical numbers and everything. So thank you so much for joining us at Break a Leg.
Thank you.
Of course. David?
Assistant Vice President of Regional Community Engagement at VyStar Credit Union, Veronica Session-Fiddle, and Executive Director of Waste Not, Want Not, Kathleen Spears, joins us ahead of VyStar's 5th annual Good is Everywhere, Good Starts Here food drive. Ladies, thank you so very much for being here today. I really do appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having us.
Oh, it's our pleasure. You're doing great stuff in the community. We need to share that stuff. All right, Veronica, let's start with you. So tell us more about Good is Everywhere, Good Starts Here food drive.
Absolutely. So for VyStar, Good is Everywhere is our annual celebration where we offer free experiences to the community, and then also our employees pour into the community by volunteering. The Good Starts Here food drive is another example of that, in that all 79 of our VyStar locations, we're going to be collecting food to help with food insecurity with our partners like Kathleen from Waste Not, Want Not.
That's awesome. Okay, Kathleen, let's move on over to you. So what are you seeing in the community right now?
Food insecurity rates are rising. So according to current statistics, about 13.5 to about 14% of Northeast Floridians struggle with food, and they're not certain where their next meal is going to come from. And so things as little as changes in gas prices, so it takes me about $12 more to fill up my tank than it did before. So that $12 for someone could mean a meal or two.
Absolutely, yeah. That's devastating. And the thought that there's anybody that has to go hungry in the wealthiest nation in the history of the world is kind of crazy, right? So the fact that you're doing this is fantastic. All right, Kathleen, let's stick with you. So how will donations from this food drive make a difference for folks?
Okay, so every can makes a difference. So even if it's just one canned good, makes a difference. We serve about 250,000 people across Northeast Florida, and each day we rescue between 4,000 to 6,000 pounds of food. So we prevent food from going into landfills and instead getting into the bellies and onto the plates of people who need it. So an organization like VyStar, tremendous partner, far more than the food drive that they're doing in August. They lend volunteers to us regularly every Saturday. They come out and help us sort and prepare. But donations like this really make a difference because we don't buy food, and so we rely on the kindness of others and on the rescue of food in order to feed the people that we serve.
That is simply amazing. That is simply amazing. All right, so Veronica, why is this cause so important to VyStar?
It's important to us because it's a part of our purpose to do good and to lead by example, and this is a perfect way. If we know that neighbors are struggling to put food on the table, we want to support them, and so this is a great way that we can get support from the community and just all work together to make a greater impact.
I think the word that you used there is very important, that we need to hammer on neighbors. Our neighbors, right? These are the people that we are in our own community. Sometimes you don't even know. There may be folks right down the road that are struggling. You have no idea.
They could be next door. They could be working with you.
Yeah.
You never know who really needs the help, and so caring for others is the best way.
I think that's fantastic. All right, so Kathleen, what items are you collecting?
So we prefer non-perishable items. So canned goods, peanut butter, jelly, canned soup. We serve a lot of unhoused neighbors, so cans that have easy open lids that our unhoused neighbors can access easily. We don't accept expired food or open food, even though we're food rescue. We just, for the safety of the people we serve.
Absolutely. Okay, so can you share like a quick example of like how the donations impact folks?
Sure, I absolutely can. Just recently, we had a family transitioning from being unhoused to housed, and they had put all of their money into coming up with the first month's rent, last month's rent, security deposit. So they had very few dollars left to buy food. And so we were able to prepare what we call a family box for that family. And she sent a note that said, "This is unbelievable. I've never been cared for like this, and not even for my own family." And so that's just one example of many of how these make a difference.
It's fantastic. I'm telling you, that's beautiful, right? I mean, it's something so oftentimes seems trivial. It's just food, right? Like it blows my mind that we even have to have this discussion.
Yeah,
but
food,
I'm so
food should
proud.
not be a choice. Like
No.
it should be just something that you have.
It's
You know,
food.
you shouldn't have to choose between food and anything, lights, bills.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay, so how can the folks at home? How can we all help?
So everyone can help by visiting their local ViStar branch. You can bring in non-perishable food items to any of our 79 branches in Florida or Georgia. And then if you'd like to learn more, you can scan the QR code on the screen, or you can visit vistarcu.org/goodiseverywhere.
Excellent. Thank you so very much.
Thank
I really
you for
do
having
appreciate
us.
it. Oh, it is our pleasure. Thank you so much. I've been a ViStar member since I was like, I think I was 5 years old when it was
Oh, wow.
Jackson Navy Federal Credit Union.
Thank you for
I'm way back.
throwback.
So thank you so very much. I really do appreciate it.
Absolutely.
It's a wonderful credit union, a wonderful organization, and
Thank
your
you.
organization is helping so many folks. So thank you so very much.
You bet.
All right, Jordan, what do we have coming up?
Oh, ViStar does so much in our community. All right, well, from football to a summer festival, there is a lot to do this weekend across the First Coast. We'll tell you about it in your Winter of the Weekend event guide. Plus, can't make your weekend plans without knowing the weather, right? Well, we'll have rain or shine coming up a little bit later, so stay tuned for that.
welcome back, everybody. It's time for your Winner of the Weekend event guide. We got all kinds of fun stuff going on here around
That's
here.
right, and cheers to you. Very nice. Let me get a sip.
Thanks, guys.
The Hugo Spritz, I love it. All right, well, first up, following a year-long hiatus, Jax Beach Summer Fest returns August 7th through the 9th. The 3-day event features live music, fashion, food vendors, and local businesses while supporting area students through a back-to-school supply drive. Highlights include a teacher and DCPS appreciation soiree tomorrow night, and it's free for all ages. Jax Beach Mini Music and Community Fest at the Jax Seawalk Pavilion on August 8th, so that's Saturday, and then Sunday service and brunch on August 9th. So for tickets and more, head over to eventbrite.com and just type in the event there, because yeah, that's sure to be a fun day. So basically it's something for Friday, something for Saturday, something for Sunday.
We've actually played Summerfest back.
Oh, that's cool.
We did. We played Summerfest. It's super cool. You guys are gonna have a great time. It'll be really neat.
Awesome.
All right, guys, moving on. The NFL is back, baby.
Crazy.
Training camp is underway right now, so don't miss out on the opportunity to see your favorite Jaguars players up close as they prepare for the 2026 NFL campaign. Head to the practice facility this Sunday at 10 a.m. for the team's open practice. They'll be playing a mock game, so the pads will be on. There'll also be a training camp rally towel giveaway and 50% off concessions. For more info, head to jaguars.com/training camp.
Did you say 50% off concessions?
Yup, that's right.
Yum. All right, well, on Saturday, kick back and soak in the island vibes aboard Royal Princess. Join them for their Tropical Vibes cruise featuring scenic views of downtown Jacksonville and the St. Johns River, spectacular sunset views, live DJ entertainment, and tropical fun. Your $75 ticket includes a scenic yacht cruise and 1 drink ticket, good for beer, wine, or soda. You'll also indulge in a chef-inspired, or prepared, I should say, dinner with additional bars available for purchase. So it sounds like a really fun time. They encourage you to dress tropical chic, grab your friends, and enjoy an unforgettable evening of music, sunset, and aloha vibes on the water. Okay, we need to do a segment on this. This is amazing. That
sounds great.
For more, of course, for tickets, head over to jaxyacht.com.
All right.
That sounds fun.
That sounds great, doesn't it? All right, last but not least, also happening Saturday, head to the historic Florida Theater for David Bowie Changes. The music of David Bowie fuses a live symphony orchestra with an electrifying rock band to honor one of the music's most iconic shapeshifters, from Ziggy Stardust to the Thin White Duke. Bowie's evolution comes alive in lush arrangements, powerhouse vocals, and unforgettable energy. The show starts at 7:30 p.m. and for tickets, head over to floridatheater.com.
I bet that is going to be cool.
That's going to be super cool.
A rock band with an orchestra?
Yeah.
And David Bowie music?
Yeah, that lends itself very, very well to that.
That was a great idea to put on, because he put these together for us this time.
This week it was all me.
Yeah, you did a great. Those are some great ideas for the weekend. So cheers to you.
So you can see what I want to get into this week.
Cheers to the weekend. And now we take you on a happy hour hunt.
Oh, let's go.
Check this out. Today we are at Ted's Montana Grill. Delicious food and drinks. I am here with Frank. Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely, it's a pleasure to have you here.
And talk about your happy hour, Monday through Friday?
Monday through Friday, 3 to 6. We've got appetizers on sale. We've got discounted signature cocktails, our house wine, tap beers, you name it.
A little bit of everything.
Perfect way to end the day.
That's so true. And tell me about some of your wines here, because you guys have your own line.
Yep, we have a proprietary wine. It's all California wines. We've got a Pinot Noir, Cabernet, Sauvignon Blanc, Chardonnay. They're delicious.
I love that. And then, of course, these delicious cocktails. They look so inviting, don't they?
Everything's made fresh. We make all our mixes are made fresh in-house, juice squeezed fresh every single day.
That's
so
nice.
It really makes a big difference. Lemon drop, it's always a favorite.
And look at that sugar rim. That's so beautiful. Another beautiful sugared rim here.
That's our Huckleberry Margarita. Ooh. Huckleberry is the state fruit of Montana, so it seemed perfect fit for us.
Y'all, that huckleberry
Tequila,
flavor.
a little bit of sweetness from the fruit. Yep.
That is outstanding. I mean, listen, the lemon drop can't go wrong, but y'all know I like my tequila too. And then you also have not just the red wine sangria, but white wine too.
You can make one out of white for sure.
I love that. What's your favorite thing on the happy hour menu?
I like the margaritas myself.
Yeah, right?
I'm a tequila guy as well.
This is very refreshing, though, I will say. Very, very easy to drink. And then some delicious treats here. What is that? Onion rings?
We got our salt and pepper onion rings, chips and dip. This is our Ted's Burger, named after our founder. He would go to the restaurants. He wanted a small burger. He wanted 10 French fries, 1 onion ring, so it's on the happy hour menu just to honor him.
I love that.
Yeah.
And then what is the sauce, though, that goes
That's
with
our ranch onion dip, goes with the chips.
That looks so good. And then last but not least here.
Our bison nachos, our bison chili on there, fresh cheese sauce. Yup.
Absolutely amazing. Tell everyone where you're located.
8635 Blanding Boulevard in Orange Park, right off 295, easy to get here.
It was very easy to get here.
Yep.
But remember, if you drink responsibly. Cheers to you. This looks so
good. Get in there.
Oh, yeah.
Live from the studios of First Coast News, Jordan Wilkerson and David Benfield. This is First Coast Live.
Welcome back. It is now time for Rain or Shine with meteorologist Mike Prangley.
Yes.
And, oh my gosh, is that a dolphin?
From this morning, we showed this on Good Morning Jacksonville. So what do you get when you get a mix of a dolphin and a whale?
A wolphin.
You got it.
Wait, are you serious?
You are so good with all the wildlife. She got wolphin.
A wolphin? That's not real. Wait,
yeah,
that's
real.
waffle?
It's a real thing. You can look it up on Wikipedia. Anyway.
Because everything's true on Wikipedia.
You take a look at our bus stop forecast. Hey, for all the parents and the kids getting back in the swing of things in Georgia, there will be some pickup thunderstorms around. So get in that, you know that long line that forms? You've seen those lines. Get in the line earlier. So 89 degrees, sea breeze storms. And the big thing we worried about for the kids is the lightning up here in southeast Georgia. So you notice really between lunchtime and about 2, 3 o'clock, and then that's moving toward Waycross. So for here in Jacksonville, if we see the rain, it's likely before the drive home today. Okay, so most of our heavy storms heading west with the sea breeze. And our weekend is now in focus. You ready?
Let's look at it.
Well, I'm thinking Bella Vista now. I take my wife out to Bella Vista.
There you go.
My dining forecast, I have evening hours, both Saturday and Sunday. See the green light there?
Okay.
Okay, beach forecast, best day Sunday. And then for your movie, I think a lot of good movies. Leroy has been talking about those.
Oh, yeah.
Saturday would be our movie day.
Okay, good to know. Thank you for that. Well, and you know, you're more than welcome to try some of this Bella Vista.
Oh, yes, I'm going to go over there with you.
Okay, all right, yeah. We're coming for you, David. We're coming for you.
All right, come on. We're back here in the Winn-Dixie kitchen. Just being, hey, guys, honestly, just being kind of inappropriate over here. But what do you expect between us? Like,
boys.
Yeah, kind of basically is what's going on. All right, so we got Giovanni and Paolo. All right, well, so we're getting into some food here. So tell us what we're getting into right now.
All right, guys, we're talking about eggplant. We always bring pasta, meat, whatever. Today, vegetarian.
Okay, great.
That's our eggplant parmigiana.
Whoa, that thing is huge.
So we have 3 eggplant on the menu. We have eggplant rolatini, eggplant parm. We also have another eggplant tower, which is very good for the summer light. You know. So today we're talking about eggplant, the history of eggplant. Eggplant in Naples, and you've been to Naples, it's not just vegetables, it's a tradition. Every family has their own recipe, you know, and they can make tons of recipe with just eggplant. One ingredient, million recipe. So for the eggplant parm is between Sicily and Naples. The Sicilians said, I invented the eggplant. The Neapolitans say, I invented the eggplant. So it's still debating. But it's a little bit different in the process of making it, you know, Napolitana, doing a little bit different than Sicily.
Yeah, well, we typically like to do things a little bit different in Naples, man.
Exactly.
Oh my.
Every family has their own recipe.
Well, I will say this. So I didn't know that I liked eggplant until I tried y'all's rollatini.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
that was good.
My gosh. But I have not tried the
exactly why we brought it.
I get that again. I'm excited to get that again. But I've never tried the Parmesan. So tell us about that dish
so let's
first.
start like with the eggplant in itself. Like we slice it very thin. After we slice it, like we go ahead and just do a butter with eggs and flour. And we lightly fry them. After we do that, like for the eggplant rollatini, we put the ricotta inside, we roll them, put the sauce and bake them with cheese. For the eggplant parm, the difference is like, you know, instead of roll them with ricotta, like we don't put ricotta roll, we just layer them like lasagna, kind of like a lasagna, like, you know, a layer of eggplant, we put a sauce, a little mozzarella. Like eggplant parm doesn't have much mozzarella like other dishes, like the chicken parm or other dishes. As just a little bit. Parm, it's Parmigiano cheese. So like that's like the main cheese.
Yeah, he's like, all right, let's get it cut up.
We cut it through. You want to show you?
But like, you know, like to just settle that debate, like, you know, Napolitan style eggplant, like it's the way to do it. It sounds like no offense to the Sicilian.
Yeah, but officially this is the way to do it. And I will concur. Look at that.
But
that's
like since we were talking about Naples,
if you actually want them to focus on that, hold it for a second. Are we gonna get Jim to kind of show the little layers here? If we can focus on it. Look at that. Oh yeah.
One by one, like a good grandma in Italy. Little by little on a Sunday. You've been to Naples on a Sunday. That's what we do.
Since we are talking about the Napolitan eggplant parm, which that's the style that we're cooking, that's like a wine that are like, you know, it's from Naples, very close like to Naples airport. Like we're gonna actually be there like in 3 weeks with my wife. And we're gonna go see the vineyard and like kind of like have the whole experience there, like try the wine there, like make some social media like posts.
Yes, please.
So make sure to follow us so like you guys can see like how does that look. And let's go ahead and try a little this wine.
So which one is this?
So that's a Grego di Tufo. So like here in the US, like people know like 4 different wines: Pinot Grigio, Chardonnay, Sauvignon Blanc, like you know, and
it's Pinot Grigio in Georgia.
Grigio.
Exactly.
Not Pinot Grigio.
Yeah. So like this one, it's a Grego di Tufo. It's like a wine that's like from the Campania region.
Okay.
And we got 2 different wines that are from the Campania region, which probably you guys never heard. One it's called Falanghina. It's a very good white wine. That goes very good with seafood. And then we got the Fiano d'Avellino. They're all from the same company. Also, we do wine event with this company. Like the owner and sommelier, he comes in the restaurant when we do this event. So like he explains like all the wine, like how they make it. Like you guys like.
I think that one's yours.
You guys, salud. You guys like when you taste this wine, like you'll say like, oh, I never taste like a white wine like this. It's like very complex.
That is so smooth. All right, well let me try this really quickly. This is, you guys are amazing. Tell everyone where you're located.
So we got two restaurants. The first one, the original, it's in Frucco, 540 East Road 13. And the second one we just opened 6 months ago. Like we're receiving a lot of love. It's in Jackson Beach, 311 3rd Street North. So come and visit us. Make sure to make reservation because we're tending to get very busy. And make sure like that you try like our wine, our spritz.
So good. Yes, thank you guys so much.
Excellent job. Last thing, we got like a little gift for you guys.
Real quick.
Aww.
All right. We got a spritz shirt for Jordan. And we got the first cheese wheel shirt for them. Thank you for having us.
We love you guys. Safe travels to Italy. And thank you guys so much for everything. We love you, and we'll be right back. Oh my gosh, that's so sweet.
Guys, this is beautiful. Thank you.
am at the beautiful, the new Paint and Nail Bar in Jax Beach with the owners, Christy and Donna. First of all, thank you for having me and congratulations.
Thank you so much for coming. We're so excited to have you.
Yes, and thank you.
Thank you.
I can already tell this is gonna be a really fun spot. It's beautiful when you walk in, and the one thing I notice is it doesn't smell like a traditional nail salon. So I think that's really nice for people who that kind of bothers, right? So tell us a little bit about your business and why you started it.
Well, Donna and I have been friends for almost 30 years.
Really?
We met when we were
like
2.
Exactly. I love how they both said it at the same time. I think you've been practicing that.
But we have been in the beauty business, her in skincare and me kind of on the luxury tech side for a long time. And for about 10 years, we've been talking about, we need to do something together. And we came across Paint. It is a franchise based out of Sarasota. And when I moved to the beach 2 years ago, I started to think about what you put on your body is just as important as what you put in your body. And there's just a lot of toxicity in nail polish and nail products, and everything that we use in Paint Nail Bar is non-toxic. So that's why you don't have the smell.
That's so fabulous. And why did you want to bring this to the area? Because there are not really many places like this, right?
We haven't found really any place that offers what we offer. And we think we have the best nail techs in the business. In fact, we know we do.
That's right.
Absolutely. So, you will end up with not just hot nails, but healthy nails, which is our goal.
And that's a big deal because I do know a lot of people who do get their nails done, they constantly say, I need to give them a break. I need to give them a break. Because they're not using the right stuff.
Absolutely, and we can help somebody that needs a break. We have IBS, which is a great treatment for somebody that maybe has had acrylics on and have the ridges in the nails. We can help get their nails healthier. Yeah. And then you can shop and have a little mimosa.
Okay.
And,
that's the next thing.
Just about nails.
Right. Tell us a little bit about what all is offered here.
So, you know what? We want it to be an experience, right? Because most times you go in, you have your nails done, you choose a color, you maybe sit on the phone the whole time, you don't engage, you don't enjoy. Not so here. You're gonna engage and you're gonna enjoy. So it's not just about nails. We have beautiful clothing, we do facials as well. So it's a whole day experience. Bring your friends, bring your family, and come and spend the day with us.
I love that. I mean, the first thing I noticed when I walked in, I was like, oh, you have clothing, you have jewelry, you have like little knickknacks, stuff for the dog and cat parents. Giftables. It's great because I'm the kind of girly girl that would totally want to hang out here and look forward to, because I also know a lot of people who are like, I gotta get my nails. I'm like, that's how you feel? I love nail day.
It should not be a chore. It should be fun.
Absolutely.
So it's gonna be fun here.
Okay, so tell everyone why they should come.
Well, first, you better book soon because our books are getting really, really full. Yeah. But I think just to come and see what we're doing here, and I think you'll have such a great experience that you'll find your new home.
That's right.
And we hope you just have a really fun time because I get to work with my best friend every day, and I can't think of anything more fun than that.
I think that's fabulous. So tell everyone where you're located and how they can book. Can they go online, things like that?
They can go online, and we're located at 730 Beach Boulevard. So if you know where the Beach Bowl is, we're just east of the Beach Bowl. We love them. They've been great neighbors. And you can follow us on Instagram at Paint Jax Beach, and you can definitely book from there as well.
All right. Again, congratulations, ladies. This is really, I know this is going to do well here. I can already tell. And you both are so fantastic. So thanks for having me.
Thank you so much for coming.
Of course.
Come back and visit us soon.
Oh, definitely. And if you'd like to see this interview again, everyone, just head to First Coast News Plus.
Hey guys, we're out here in the Riverside neighborhood at Keg and Coin, and I have the general manager Ryan with me, and we are steeped in nostalgia. If you're a grown-up kid like I am, this is the spot for you. Great beer, great games. Ryan, thank you so very much for having us here.
Thank you so much for coming on out. We're happy to have you guys.
So for folks who've never been to Keg and Coin, what are they missing?
They're missing probably the best selection of craft beer and arcades in all of Jacksonville. We have over 200 beers, over 40 different arcade games, and just good vibes every day of the week.
That's amazing. Okay, so you guys have kind of it all. There's like video games. We've got pinball machines. Like, tell us what we have.
We've got 9 different pinball machines. We try to rotate one out every year or so just to kind of keep it fresh. We have your shooting games. We have your classic games like Tetris and Mario. We've got some sports games, NFL Blitz, NBA Jam, Buck Hunter. really anything that you might want to play in your classic arcade, we have. And if we don't have it now, we could get it in the next couple months.
That's amazing. Okay, so let's talk. I've got a tasty beer in my hand because you know when you're growing up playing arcade games, you really couldn't have a beer because you were too young. But now we're grown-ups, and so we can have a beer while we play video games. So what kind of beers are on hand?
So, like I said, we have over 200. So we have just about every single style, whether you're an IPA drinker or you want something a little bit lighter. We have sours, we have ciders, we have seltzers, non-alcoholic options. Whether it's too early in the day or you're not drinking, we have something for you as well. But we bring in anywhere between 5 and 10 different beers every single week. We rotate stuff out as much as possible.
But they're kind of like they're craft beers, right?
Oh yeah. But craft beer just means it's a beer you haven't had yet. So I know some people come in and they're like, I don't like craft beer. Maybe they just haven't found something that they appreciate yet.
Well,
and
one of the things that you did when we walked in here, when I was like, hey, let me grab a beer, and the first thing you asked me was, what kind of beer do you like? Right? And so because when we're dealing with craft beers, you like you just said, you may find a beer that you've never heard of before, but it's in the style that you may like.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what you did for me. So
much like arcade games. Everyone likes arcade games, but we don't like the same ones.
Exactly. Okay, so tell me about, you guys have a happy hour, you guys have events, and what goes on here?
We do a happy hour for our service industry and college night every Monday night. We do our own take of a happy hour as our sad hour every Tuesday.
Wait, hold on, back that up. You have a sad hour.
We absolutely do. Growing up through the 90s and 2000s, emo music was the king, right?
Yeah.
So we throw on our emo and goth music. We put on classic Tim Burton films. We have beer specials. You can get a beer and a shot for $5 every Tuesday. I mean, what else are you doing on a Tuesday night?
Just make sure I got my eyeliner.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys have tournaments and stuff too?
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me about the tournaments.
We do a monthly pinball tournament. We do a weekly tournament on our game Killer Queen. It's a 10-player head-to-head arcade game. We do that every single Wednesday, and we've been doing it for 7 years. So it's pretty consistent.
No kidding.
And then we do different pop-up tournaments for games like Guitar Hero or NFL Blitz, Buck Hunter. If people want to be competitive, we want them to be competitive.
Very cool.
So if we don't have a tournament for something yet, you could always ask us, and we can organize something for you, even if it's just you and your friends.
I love that. That's amazing. Okay, and then there's back here, we have some t-shirts back here. Tell me about those.
Well, everyone loves a good black t-shirt, right? And just fitting in with our vibe, we try and bring in the coolest stuff we can find, and we don't overstock. We order one of every size, and when it's gone, we replace it with something new. So if you see it on Monday, it might not be here on Tuesday. We just want our people to have a unique experience, whether they're a regular or this is their first and only time ever in.
Right on. Ryan, thank you so very much.
Of course.
Before I let you go, tell everybody where you're located.
We're located at 1271 King Street, right here in Riverside. We're open 7 days a week, noon to 2 a.m., 11 a.m. on the weekends, all ages every day until 9 p.m.
That's awesome. Ryan, thank you so very much. Guys,
Thank
you can catch this segment again on First Coast News Plus, but I am going to go and drink beer and play video games. Let's go.
Let's go.
August is National Wellness Month, a time to focus on making simple, smart choices that support a healthier lifestyle. Here with tips to inspire wellness is Dr. Yael Varnado, a practicing physician at Johns Hopkins and a regular TV contributor known as Dr. V. Thank you so much for joining us, and tell us, why is National Wellness Month so important?
Thanks for having me, Jordan. You know, I'm telling my patients, like, it's really important to think proactively, right? And think about what really is going to help you make important, healthy decisions every day so you can build healthy habits for the long term. That's what Wellness Month is really about.
All right, so then where's a good place to start?
Honestly, just with our personal hygiene. You know, studies have shown we touch our nose more than 100 times a day. And so, yes, it's outstanding. I mean, astonishing, the number. So keeping that nose clean means just as much as washing your hands. And so nose and nasal sanitizer antiseptic is an easy addition to your daily wellness routine. It helps kill 99.99% of germs. Think of it like hand sanitizer, but for your nose. It's been used by more than 1,000 healthcare facilities across the U.S. and safely used for over 20 years. And I love it because it comes in a bottle for at home or a pop swab ampoule that you can use on the go. And you can find it at nosen.com or Amazon.
Okay, that's good to know. I had no idea about that. I'm going to make sure that I am staying healthy and clean throughout the rest of the season. And are there simple ways that we can take care of our bodies overall?
Absolutely. You know, taking care of your body doesn't have to be complicated, and that's why I love Olay's Super Routine, because it's an easy refresh for our summer body care. And it combines the Super Serum Body Wash and the Super Serum Body Lotion. Now, that's inspired by Olay's most awarded facial serum. The duo brings the brand's award-winning skincare technology to your shower and your post-shower routine. And I love it because there's something for everybody, and it delivers 5 visible benefits: hydration, firming, smoothing, brightening, and evening skin tone. It's a simple head-to-toe refresh, like I said, for every skin type, and you can find it at major retailers nationwide.
Hey, I like the sound of that, and the packaging is beautiful as well. Okay, so what is another doctor recommended tip for Wellness Month?
Absolutely. So I remind my patients, when we think about wellness, we need to think about sleep. And so better sleep means creating a cool, comfortable environment that makes a real difference. And so Breezescape's cooling sheets, made with BlendTec cooling technology, it's engineered right into the fabric. That's going to help regulate temperature and also manage moisture, so you have a breathable, comfortable sleep throughout the night. Now, you can also pair that with the Breezescape cooling comforter, and now you have a complete cooling bedding solution that's going to help you sleep more comfortably. You can search Breezescape cooling sheets on Amazon.
Oh, my husband will absolutely love that. And then that little pocket for the phone, how cute is that?
It's so cute.
It's so funny, the things that like get my attention, you know. Do you have any other tips to share before you go?
Yes, you know, we have a lot of patients and people who are using GLP-1s now. And that's wonderful because they're losing the weight, but the challenge is, what do you do after you transition off of it? And so I recommend to my patients and talk to them about Metabiotics Weight Manager. It's a new postbiotic designed to protect your progress. So most gut health products rely on like a live bacteria, but Metabiotics uses a pasteurized postbiotic form of Akkermansia muciniphila mukti. That's actually the clinically studied form that supports weight maintenance, because honestly, Jordan, you know, keeping the weight off is the real win for our people and our patients. So if you like that, you can check out metabiotics.com and use the code AKM15 for 15% off.
Wonderful. And where can we go if we want a little bit of information on everything?
Check out tipsontv.com for all the things we talked about today.
Perfect. Thank you so much for joining us today and for keeping us healthy this Wellness Month.
Thanks, Jordan. You take care. Be well.
Thank you. You too. And everyone at home, if you would like to see this interview again, just head to First Coast News Plus.